It's in her season time.
Oh, welcome back, baby.
And this week we're back together.
After a whole ass month.
Dude, a month. And like I said to y'all last week, it maybe didn't feel like that for you guys because we had kept the episodes a-coming.
Yes. But it felt like it once after, like, as we're going through the month, and I'm like, just haven't seen my girl this week, you know?
No, I know. I felt like I was like so off the radar because like, look, I was letting myself live in my own little worlds, like on the other side of the world. But I was like coming home. I'm like, okay, so like, what's everyone been up to? I've been gone for a month and I know nothing about anything about like anyone. And that feels kind of selfish.
Yeah. And if you have no idea what we're talking about, Liv and Hayden just pretty much, could we call it a honeymoon?
Dude, we're calling it that at this point. I agree.
They went on a month-long honeymoon in Asia, and so that's incredible.
Dude, and it's funny because I keep getting like sent like memes now that are like when you married the girl that likes to travel, not the girl that likes to vacation.
Yeah,
and it's
I've
like,
seen what you've sent me too.
I'm like, our honeymoon was not laying at the beach or drinking pina coladas in the sand at all.
We did that at your wedding.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, it's the best of both worlds.
So the honeymoon is where they did the full-on adventure, and we're like, let's go.
So we traveled this round, and that is the kind of explorer I like to be.
Yeah.
So
I cannot wait to talk about this. Before we start, though, per usual, hot take and heartbreak of the week.
Yeah, Rachel.
Do you want to start or should I start?
Let's hear yours. Go
okay,
for
my
it.
hot take is that spending time with your significant other with other people is not the same thing as quality time one-on-one together.
I think the only people who don't understand that are people who don't value like quality time as a love language. That's what I think.
Or people who just have not had a very serious relationship.
Or maybe people
who don't know themselves well.
Or maybe people who were like friends first in the friend group and then like got together.
Yeah.
And so then it's like seems the same to them, but like no.
I just had this
agree with your hot
discussion.
take.
It's like if you're hanging out with your person with a big group of people, that's not quality time. Quality time is one-on-one time.
And I will say it's funny that you say that even like right now, because last week's episode I was with my husband Hayden and we talked about
not fiance anymore.
No, I was like literally like I was those words did not come out smooth. I was working on that one. But like, and we talked about traveling as a group, so that was actually a concern of mine on this whole like going on a quote unquote honeymoon with him but traveling with a group. Was it gonna feel like quality or like bonding time? I'm lucky enough to say like we had plenty of moments within this month long that we were together where it absolutely did. But agreed, like if we're just out and about with the group or we're at dinner with everybody, it's not a one-on-one. Like we're not bonding.
No,
over
yeah.
it.
But I'm curious if it would have felt different had you actually really known the people in a group. Like what if you did like a friends trip versus
I want to so bad.
I'm signing up for like a group trip but I don't actually know anyone. If it could actually feel like you still are one-on-one together even though you have people around you. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do, and I think
but only you can attest to that because you did it.
I think that I think it could go both ways because even in this like group travel that we did where we didn't know all the people until we met them out on the trip, because we didn't know them, there were plenty of moments where it like was me and him or like it's only our inside jokes or like we're the only one who knows the context of society in America. Like when all these British people are talking to each other like, oh, that was very naughty, and me and him are looking at each other like naughty. We're like, they don't get the context of naughty.
You have to get naughty later.
And me and him are looking at each other like, God, that was so naughty.
Oh my gosh, I would totally pick so.
Exactly.
That's hilarious.
And like they're not picking up what we're putting down, but we are, so it almost made it like more fun because of that. Whereas like if we have like a big group of friends, I think it would be absolutely equally if not more fun but in a different way, like just with different nuances about it. But maybe because of some of those little things it did very much feel like me and him bonded in the worlds, like exploring it together. Our perspective, like got my buddy, got my partner in crime kind of a deal.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
So quality time.
Big, very important in a relationship. But just, you got to do it. You have to set the intention to actually spend quality time with one another.
Yes.
Without other people.
And I think that that's one of those things where, like, when you hear people, I think couples get in fights from time to time about this, because, like, I know I've had this in my relationship where he's like, what do you mean? We're spending so much time together. We are. But then that's where you have to come in and be like, yeah, but that's because we spent so much time at work together at this meeting, and then we were at your parents' house
because you're working together.
Well, and then also, but like, think of the holidays when you're like spending so much time together, but around and with everyone else, like, because you're staying with family at family's house. Like, no, we didn't just have breakfast together. We had breakfast together with your parents and your sister and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And your brother.
Yeah.
And our sister.
Oh, that's such
you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
It's like we're not speaking freely. I mean, like, we are, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just different.
You're still keeping it PG in a sense of, like,
In a sense.
you're just around other people. So yeah, you're not. Wow. And yeah, I didn't even think about that next level too of, I forgot, like, working together. And then it's like, it's not even like the break is necessarily a break, because it's like, okay, well, now we're with other people. Like, okay, interesting.
We can
have a whole episode on this.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, we've managed it, obviously, because we've gotten good at it. Maybe one time we'll call him on the pod and we can pick his brain on his thoughts on some of that as well. But
your turn.
Okay, my turn. So, all right, I'm kind of taking this as a heartbreak, but this is a heartbreak from a really, really long time ago that has, like, an awesome ending. Oh. So I'm spinning it as, like, the opposite of a heartbreak in the end. Okay, guys?
All right.
So taking you down a rabbit hole of, like, some wild thing that, like, I can't get over and I can't wait to tell everyone about. If this was, like, okay, this is a long story.
Like, have I heard this before?
Ready. Buckle in. Probably not. So back in 2023, I think I want to say, for Christmas, Hayden got me a diamond necklace. It was, okay, so you have heard this
No,
before.
but not. It was off camera.
Okay.
You just told me about it.
Probably because I was so damn excited about this.
Weird.
Guys, okay, I got a whole thing. I got to tell you. So he got me this diamond necklace for Christmas, and we're like, over a year into dating. It's like a big deal, and it was like, a generous and a beautiful gift, and it was like super exciting, and I wore it every day for like the next year, because you're new in your relationship, you care about him, he spent all this money, yada yada, you gotta wear it, you gotta wear the thing, you gotta represent. And it meant a lot to him, and it meant a lot to me. We go to this wedding in Miami of like December 2024, so like a whole year later. Like, I've worn this thing every day for a year. I take it off because I'm wearing a halter dress to said wedding. I've put it in my little, like, makeup bag, or like my to-go toiletry bag, whatnot. Necklace in the bag, zipped up, right? Like, there's not too many ways about that. Swear to God, that's in my memory, because this is the memory that I nitpicked so many times for the next, like, 2 freaking years, because poof, necklace vanished. Never saw it again. Okay, we come back from the wedding. It's not like I go to put it on that night, but next day comes around, go to find the necklace, can't find it. That's weird. Must be amongst my things, right? We're in Miami. We're traveling. You got, like, luggage and whatnot. So I don't think too much of it until...
And that's not something you would just misplace either.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
such
I'm
a
not like
special gift.
I'm like, I swear I'm not that irresponsible.
Yeah.
And so we go home, and I've had everything unpacked. I've gone through the bags, and it's like a week later, and so I finally am like, fuck, I've got to tell Hayden about this, because I didn't exactly want to put it on his radar, because I knew it would make him, like, sad.
Yeah.
I tell him, I'm like, I can't find the necklace. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel so bad. And so he goes through all my luggage. He goes through my bags. We can't find this damn thing. I'm like, I swear to God, I put it in this bag. We've ripped the bag apart, you guys. I swear to freaking goodness. Okay. Flash forward to, it's the first day of this trip, this magical trip, which should be noted that before we left for Asia, which is the big part of the trip, we went out to Miami and did a cruise out of Miami for one of my girlfriend's 30th birthday. Shout out, Catherine. And it was so much fun. And the magic part of that is that we were in Miami, same magical location of said wedding where necklace got lost. Anyway, think nothing of it. That necklace was lost 2 years ago. We go fly all the way to Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. And first thing, like at the hostel, like, you know, it was like a 24-hour flight to get there, and our room's not ready. So if we're gonna go like out to get coffee or lunch or whatever, I would like to freshen up. I opened my toiletries bag, same bag from that wedding 2 years prior. Very first thing that falls out when I go to reach in the bag, the goddamn necklace. You guys, tell me how.
Have you used this makeup bag since?
Yes, and I had to repack it for this trip. It's not like I had the same makeup sitting in there for 2 years.
Oh.
He ripped it apart. I ripped it apart. Like, you guys,
was he just as shocked?
Happening? Yes, he was checking in for us, like for our room, and I'm just sitting, like it was at like a hostel. I'm like sitting in the lobby and just like have it open, and I'm just like putting on some makeup like at a desk in like the lobby, and I see this fucking necklace, and I am like, you've got to be kidding me. And I'm looking at it because I'm like, this can't, like, it can't be it.
Is this a hologram?
No, literally, I'm like,
is this some, the system?
I'm like, is there some costume jewelry that like maybe like I had like another, no, and I'm like investigating. I'm like, this is the necklace. It's
oh my gosh.
necklace.
Have you like looked in your makeup bag to see if there's like any holes or like anything?
I'm gonna bring over this makeup bag. We're all gonna look at it, like, because so anyway, if you're on YouTube, here's that necklace.
Beautiful.
I'm wearing it now, and
matches your ring.
You know, Diamond's girl's best friend. And so he comes back from like the checking in, and I'm literally like, I'm like, how lucky do you think we are? And he's like, what? And I'm like, tell me, like, what would be the craziest, like, luckiest thing to have happened right now? Because something wild just happened. No, of course you can't guess, and I can't wait for anyone to guess. I just spit things out. And so anyway,
I feel like I'm not patient. I'll tell you.
I'm not patient.
I will tell you.
But I'll tell you. Yes. And so I've been wearing the necklace ever since. So that it was my heartbreak from way back when that has turned into an amazing. There's a glitch in the system. There's a vortex. There's something weird that is Miami, Florida, USA. There's some
Wait, what was the reason you guys were there in the initial? The first reason, a wedding?
We were originally there for a wedding, and then this time around,
You just said that.
we had a cruise that we flew in and out of Miami for, and there's something happening in Miami. Everyone beware. Watch your jewelry. I don't know. There's some wormhole situation happening.
Geez.
A glitch. How ironic is that it was like Miami both times?
Yeah, no,
that's the freaky part.
That would be shocking to me. I'm trying to think if I had anything like that happen to me that's like so memorable. I think
I won't forget that one. I'm gonna tell you.
No,
I can't wait to tell everyone the story, you guys. So if I see you in person, you might hear it again.
I was like shocked when I first heard it. Like when you told me first time you came over, and I was just like, there's no explanation to that. I don't know.
So
it's
when
just
you
gotta
talk
be
about
significant.
like starting a trip like that on like a really high note, like we were in a good place. Like we just got
and you had a fantastic trip too. Like I think that's such a good sign.
Something
like,
right, like they set like the tone in a way, and like it was like literally basically the first
after
thing
24 hours of travel too.
And like we got in the car and we found the hotel. It's always like hard when you arrive to a new country and you have to figure out like the taxi or Uber situation. There's no Uber over there. It's called Grab, and I had downloaded it ahead of time, but still you got to figure out the service or the Wi-Fi connection. And then like the people at the airport are trying to like help you, but are they being pushy or are they helping? We're unsure.
Yeah, it's a culture shock.
So then when you finally make it to like the hotel and you get to be like, we've actually made it. Yeah. So it's like we just got there. I just opened the bag, and that was like the very first thing to happen.
Hell yeah, this is going to be a fantastic trip.
I was like, talk about a honeymoon.
Yeah, like, you got a new piece of jewelry for it.
Basically, no, and it was honestly, it showed up at the perfect time of life too, because I've never been a big jewelry wearer. We've talked about this before on the podcast.
You don't wear earrings, don't you?
Not even really, but like, I mean, I always have like this one. I have my Tragus ears, but like, I bought a bunch of earrings even for this trip because like I have short hair now. It kind of feels like a vibe to wear like earrings.
It's like part of the. It's like it's the accessory and and
so like the necklace showed up like I got short hair now. It's like I'm ready. Like I needed something in this area, and so it classed up every outfit that I had, and it was just like unintentional, and it was like also like being married, something about going on like turning 30 this year, like bringing the classy vibe was like a
Again,
vibe.
2026, there's something in the air. It's good.
We
love
all feel
this.
it.
It set the tone for the beginning of the year.
Dude, it did. And
you didn't know how it was going to go. Like, you were initially nervous to kind of like, do we do this trip? Do we not do this
a million
trip?
ways, you guys. My husband is very opinionated and outspoken, and if he's not having a good time, I would have definitely known. I would have. He would be like, I mean, this is nice, but like, we're never doing it again. You know what I mean? Like, he would have said some shit like that if he wasn't having a good time.
I'm so happy it was the opposite of that.
Because like, I know I've taken him places before too, and he's been like, oh, I'm out of my routine. I gotta find the gym. He went to the gym like probably like 7 or 8 times while we were there.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's all you need.
Because I was trying to support him every time, because I'm like, oh, the more he goes,
anything you want.
I'm like, the more he goes to the gym, the less he'll worry about getting home sooner.
Actually, going to the gym, not only does that help with jet lag if you do it right away, but it's just, the guys just need something to dispense some sweat and like
and just
thoughts
to like
and get their testosterone leveled out again.
And like just something that can make you feel like
normal.
You're not so thrown off to like normal, like routine wise, and like obviously health wise. If you have health goals or like had been really grinding in the gym before you go, like you don't really want to take like a month off. Plus, especially when you're traveling, you're usually a bit more lenient on diet because you want to taste the, the good food or whatever is like the traditional dessert there and stuff. And so it helps
you don't want to be paying attention to calories.
No.
Okay, I'm really curious about this. So now that you've been, I want to talk about culture shocks, but not going there, because obviously everything's a culture shock when you go someplace new.
That's fair.
You were gone a month, which is the same amount of time I was pretty much gone too when I was in Thailand. I had culture shock coming back to the States too, because you were there long enough to like start to accustom yourself with like some of their ways, their foods, like how they drive on the road. Like it's just enough time to kind of like be able to take it all in. And then coming back to the States, it almost feels like a shock in itself again too. Did you have any culture shock coming home?
Okay, one thing I have to say, commentary on that, is I never got used to them driving on the wrong side of the road. Did you? Like, I never got used to that.
I mean, they say
we'd
that's
be making a right turn,
it's always
we'd be like going far out, and I'm like, wow.
It's like always the foreigners like get hit by cars, unfortunately, and like I almost that did almost happen to me, and you'd think it'd be so obvious. Okay, you drive on the different side, like look different ways, but you're so twisted backwards that it's just like your instinct is to look how you usually look and to assume that there's no car there because you're looking for it in the wrong spot.
You're looking for it in the wrong spot.
I almost got taken out by a scooter once.
Well, that makes sense, and I will say Thailand felt very calm traffic-wise in comparison to Vietnam. Dude, Vietnam is like how I feel like I picture India, with like all of the motorcycles and like the bikes just like moving with like there's no rhyme or reason. Like people are just like moving and intersecting. And so to cross the road, like you literally just need to dart out in the middle of the road. And so it was confusing because we would, then we were in Laos and then we were in Thailand, and we're like, how do we cross the road here? Are we supposed to wait for the sign? Or like, do we just Vietnam this bitch? And we literally were like, all right, let's Vietnam cross. Run, just go.
I was further out than from Bangkok in Thailand, so I saw a bit more rural driving.
Oh man,
which was different than the city, but like still chaotic.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like you'd have like 5 people on one scooter, baby, dog, everyone on one scooter. I'm like, what?
Hilarious.
There's no laws.
No, it was hilarious watching these people with these scooters, right? So like, yes, this part of the world,
so dangerous.
They scooter around. They don't take cars often because scooters are just a lot more attainable. Yeah. And dude, the way we would see just like people scootering like down the highway like 30 miles an hour, and just like a toddler just standing just the perfect height, just like in their arm, just like going.
It's just nuts.
I mean, it was a sight to see
because we don't have that, and there's laws against that. But So
yes, one of the culture shocks for there. But to get back to your question about culture shock for back home, I think one thing that I really enjoyed about this go around of a long trip out of the country was that it wasn't my first time being gone long and coming back and getting that like culture shock. That like this time, and I think it's so important for everyone to like leave the States for just like any period of time so that you can really fully grasp what it is to be American.
Yeah.
And like what America is. Like so many people, I hate it when I hear people say like, oh, we don't have culture, we don't have like, you know, society. Like no, we have, you are so embedded in our culture that you don't